Yo, what up guys, MxgicIQ here, and another top 10 build today. Another time attack build here, man. This route is rather interesting, all the shortcuts and stuff that you can take here, and a lot of tractor builds on this one. Every single guy I went against up till the top 10 in the spot I got, including this run, had a tractor build. And it's funny, we're only running 19s on this thing all around, and it looks really good, doesn't look too corny, and it runs, man. As you can see here, this thing moves. Absolutely love this car. Stay tuned for the tune here in just a second. Just wanted to talk about some of the Steam config stuff going around, man. I'm kind of going to lay into it in a second here, but long story short, just, guys, if you can't do something, just don't try and find ways around it and try and manipulate words. Long story short, the Steam config thing is a macro. It is a script, regardless of how you want to put it, man. You're telling the game to do something it can't do on its own with a third-party software, regardless of what it is. So without further ado, man, this is my run. I could have definitely cleaned up this last corner and went a little faster, honestly, and could have honestly went into the dirt and probably went faster, but we did end up getting a solid 109 here. Alrighty, man, finally we got a legit complete top 10 time. By legit, I mean last time I did the Supra, I ended up falling to 11th before it ended, so I mean it was still fast. I probably could have got a faster time on that one and secured my top 10 spot, but this for sure hopefully will stay intact. A 109.89. Pretty proud of it. There's a couple more things I could have did. I could have took the last corner better, etc. But today I'm using a non-tractor build TTRS. Okay, I'm using the stock all-wheel drive that it comes with. I'm using a Honda motor though. I'm gonna show you guys which motor and which car you can buy that from in just a second here. I'm not using Steam configuration as a lot of people are, honestly, and it's unfortunate because without a doubt it is cheating. Don't let anybody convince you different. If it's not in the game and it's something you have to do outside of the game in order to exploit something in the game that's not supposed to be done. Long story short, it's an exploit. That's against terms of service. That's cheating. Don't let anybody else convince you otherwise. But tractor builds are not cheating. They're just corny. But it is the most effective way to build a car. But I've decided to go against that and try and build one without a tractor build. But we're going to take a look at this in a second, man. I'm super proud of this build, super proud of this time. And I literally just got this done right now. So, man, we're going to go ahead and head to the garage immediately. I love this car. I always wanted one in real life, too. Kind of into RS3s and Daza platforms in general. But we did swap that motor out of it. So for this build, first things first, man, we're going to go over to the dealership, man, and you're going to instantly buy a new Civic Type R because you're going to take that motor out of it, and I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. So we're going to go over to, I believe it's in C3, or no, it's in C2 right here. We're going to buy this car and we're going to send it to the garage. Alrighty, taking this to the garage right now. And also, I've heard this is probably one of the better motors in the game to run. So if you guys want to pick yourself up a couple of these, trust me, I've done it already. And all you're going to do, literally, to send this motor to the inventory is buy the RS20. And then at that point, you'll open your components from inventory and see, obviously I've done this a few times, but you can repurchase that motor on any car right there. So it'll be there. That is literally 6 of this motor because I'm going to start running it a lot more often now just to try and build different cars and make them compete and do cool little case swaps, usually in cars that make sense. But for this TTRS, literally, if you guys were in the stream, I built it in 3 minutes and I'm putting it up on the board. So I think I'm learning to finally understand tuning for grip in its entirety, but this is how you swap any motor into any car, and this is a very good motor to grab always. So you can either delete this car now or keep it. It's completely up to you. Side note, you can continue to buy more motors just by swapping to the RS20 and swapping back to the KA over and over again, and it'll just keep sending those motors to your inventory. So up to you. Personally, I'm probably going to delete it, and then we're going to head into the garage with the TTRS and take a look at the tuning we got on this thing. I'm very happy with this car, man. So without a doubt, this is by far my favorite car so far that I've used in C4. It is very fast. It is all-wheel drive, but it actually oversteers rather decent. It doesn't understeer too much like a lot of all-wheel drive cars did. And look at that, man. No tractor build here. Really clean stance. Not too big of tires. You could easily make this thing faster, and I'll show you how. But we're going to go ahead and head into the engine here. So we got that KA20 that we swapped from the Honda Civic. We got that 6-speed T50S, always, man, that 6-speed sport transmission. transmission, and then we got a stage 4 body. But first, with the weight, as always, you're going to put it to max weight reduction. You're going to put it all the way to the left on the weight, okay? Because as you see here, when I go here and go back, it's an extra 22 kilograms we can get off just by doing this trick, okay? So what you're going to do is once you put that weight all the way to the left, then you're going to body swap it, and that's going to give you the extra 20 kg off, okay? It's very nice. Do this for all your builds. I highly recommend it. We're also running an ultimate gas tank in this thing to bring down that center of mass as much as possible. Shout out to Extra for that tip, man. And then we're running the ultimate front aero, and these are all the settings you guys can copy here. Everything's to the left except for the front downforce. Now heading over to the engine, all we did here is some elite camshafts, a racing intake manifold. We also did ultimate cylinder head and engine block with an exhaust manifold. There's probably even some touching up I can do here, but like I said, I threw this together on stream in less than 5 minutes, man. This thing runs nice though. Everything here is going to be all the way to the right for the most decent power we can get out of it. I don't really know what the rule of thumb is for this tune on this motor, but this works for me. If you guys have any tips on how to make this even faster, let other people know down below in the comments, man. But definitely got this thing to boogie, and I'm very excited about it. So taking a look at the drivetrain here, obviously we're going to be using the ultimate clutch, a viscous 60, because I am not too aware of how to tune the clutch 45 or 65 yet. Hopefully Extra will teach us that soon. And ultimate gearbox here, street stock obviously drivetrain, because this comes all-wheel drive. I usually don't like to drivetrain swap my cars too much. With the Supra it was mandatory because I really couldn't get it in there in rear-wheel drive yet, but yeah, I try to use cars that come with either front-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, and rear-wheel drive. I try not to drivetrain swap because I like to keep my builds somewhat grounded in realism, but it's all good. 45 diff locking on the front here and 55 on the rear just to promote some more oversteer. Gear shifting speed is minimum. You can copy these values for my transmission from final drive to 6th gear. Take a second to screenshot that. Alrighty, now the drivetrain loss here is obviously at minimum. Now going to the suspension. Obviously we have all ultimate stuff. I do have prototype rear arms and prototype rear anti-roll bars. I don't know if it makes that big of a difference. I just accidentally equipped those, to be honest, because I went all the way to the right and clicked X. I built this very fast once again. So yeah, that's the only prototype parts I'm running on this though. You guys can copy all these values here. Let me go ahead and move my face cam so you guys can copy everything. Spring length in the front and rear. Okay, taking a look at that steering angle, Ackerman angle. Let's bring these down to the dampening in the rear. You obviously see the casters all the way to the left here, just in case you guys missed this. Go ahead and screenshot that. I don't even have my braking force turned up. Wow. I mean, whatever. Like I said, I put this together really quick. I mean, I've said that 1,000 times at this point. I probably should stop saying it, but yeah, really quickly put together. Braking force literally isn't maxed out if that's not proof right there. So yeah, you probably want to max that out. Obviously, tire pressure is going to be maximum, but first let's take a look at what we're running. So we're running a 285 in the front, a 305 in the rear, 19s all around. If you put this to 20s, probably go even faster. If you put it to 21, probably go even faster. 20s would probably honestly fill out the rear wheel well, probably a little bit better. But 19s look good, man. I'm really liking it. Not trying to run too big of a tire here. We are running a 30 sidewall, and to accomplish that, what you're going to do is +5 on front and rear, and then at that point you can turn your bar pressure all the way up to 3, because that's always mandatory on every build, man. And you can copy the offset there. Have our rear end a little bit wider than our front to give it some more, oversteer. Feels really good, man. I really do like this car. Obviously, if you guys are trying to take corners with a little bit more oversteer in an all-wheel drive car, you're going to want to downshift and engine brake as much as possible to promote that oversteer, man. This thing's an absolute beast. I appreciate you guys for tuning in to yet again another grip build. And yeah, we got some more drift stuff cooking up soon, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man. I know this time trial did just end, but you guys can use this on any C4 time trial in the future. I just wanted to ensure that I would still remain in top 10 or relatively very, very, very close to it, and this thing boogies. So I'll see you guys in the next one, and I'm out. Peace.